Today I will recommend to you top 10 best Donghua 3D CGI or Chinese anime with the most absurd graphics ever made, where all Donghuas from this video were released in the year 2024. All Donghuas on this list have excellent story and a die to beautiful animation. In this, there is no video continuation of Donghua season, only there are new Chinese animes that were released in 2024. Stay until the end of the video to find out which are these Donghuas that have animation on another level with a good story. Leave a like on the video so YouTube can recommend this video to more people. In position 10 is Donghua, Sword of Coming. In a world of wonders, the protagonist found it difficult to seize the opportunity because his native China was broken. With this, many bosses use the young people to make their plans, allowing friends around the protagonist to obtain great opportunities, but the protagonist is in front of storm. This is a cultured Donghua that launched on August 15, 2024 and will be in the season 26 episodes. Position 9. Tales of Herding Gods. In a village of old people with disabilities, 9 old people with unknown origins lived together with the protagonist Qin Mu. One day, the cows began to speak human words. Because of this, the protagonist became more aware of the dangers in the world. A land that was abandoned by the gods. With the skills received by the 9 old men, the protagonist became fearless and vowed to carve out a world with his unparalleled hegemony. This Donghua was released on October 27, 2024, and will have 26 episodes in the season. Position 8. World of Immortals. No matter who you are, no matter how magnificent you are, you can be the most beautiful person in the world or a powerful person. In the end, you will be dead. The protagonist Xiao Chen is chased by the royal goddess Zhao Liner, where he gets lost on the wild dragon island in the immortal world, a place with no way out where there is no way to go home. Full of beasts and enemies everywhere, Xiao Chen followed in the footsteps of the immortal and slowly revealed the veil of an ancient mythical world that had been sealed in dust for endless years. This Donghua is by the same author of the Donghua from Perfect World, which is also another very good Donghua. This Donghua released October 29, 2024, and the season will have 26 episodes. Position 7. Adventures in Subduing the Demons. In a civilization that has disappeared into the dust, ancient chiefs seek their own paths to become emperors. Jiang Hao, a modern young man who entered the prehistoric desert to discover his father's whereabouts. With the help of his incomplete totem, he fights with people. He travels through the jungle, learns the ancient and mysterious totem sorcery of his body, fights with the sky, where he was shaking the world, but did not know that the shackles of fate have already had arrested him, but his father's smile still remained. Up to 26 episode. Position 6. The Legend of Sky Lord 2024. The only corporeal cultivator in the 9 realms was betrayed by his friend Li Yunfei. His body and soul disappeared. By chance, his soul remained immortal. Then the cultivator Xiao Chen was reborn, and also awakened his supreme magical power. He promised to recover everything that belongs to him and followed his own magical path as the venerable god. Donghua launches on July 27, 2024, and the season goes up to episode 24. Position 5. Dragon Prince Yuan. This Donghua is by the same author of Battle Through the Heavens. The protagonist Zhou Yuan of the Great Zhou Dynasty was threatened by an enemy country, where he had the fate of the sacred dragon stolen from his body. Because of this, the protagonist got sick. Zhou Yuan enters the ancestral land and meets the mysterious girl Yao Yao. He frees the shackles of his own strength and courageously saves his family, his country, and the world. In this world of origin Qi, the protagonist began the path to Nirvana. Donghua launched on May 30th, 2024, and the season is finished with 26 episodes. This Donghua is very good, guys. Watch him, you'll like it. Position 4. The Charm of Soul Pets. This is a Pokemon-style donghua. The protagonist, Chu Mu, was kidnapped and thrown on Green Nightmare Island. The protagonist found a beautiful little fox called Moi, where she becomes his pet and the two train together. Gets strong, and after killing enemies for survival, the protagonist becomes the youngest king of the prison island. Guys, this little fox is evolving in donghua and becomes the nine-tailed fox. Think of a beautiful and strong fox. The protagonist's mother is too beautiful personally. You have to watch this donghua. It's only in episode 7 that the protagonist makes a shit that annoys you. You just ignore this shit, as the donghua is too good. This donghua was launched on May 26, 2024, and has finalized the season with 16 episodes. Position 3. Honor of Kings. Chapter of Glory. This is an adaptation of the game Honor of Kings for donghua. On the immense continent of Kings, people with shining stars overcome obstacles and pursue their dreams. What is a hero? To transcend yourself, you must move forward with a heavy burden and never give up. Writing your biography to be a hero with a new chapter of love and courage. This donghua was released on January 13, 2024, and the season is complete with 4 episodes. Position 2. Villain Initialization. This donghua is good. The protagonist is a super villain known as Penrose, where he is second until he traveled to his past. In his young body, where he was a weak teenager who was beaten, the protagonist went back in time because he fighted a fierce battle with his archenemy, the Superman. I mean, the great superhero called Ye Mu. Basically, the protagonist will do his best to protect the people around him and prevent the tragedy from happening again in the future. If you like Batman vs. Superman, where the protagonist is a guy with no powers who uses the knowledge of a villain from the future and is reminiscent of Batman, where he tries to kill the strong guy who is a copy of Superman, you will like this donghua. What I liked about this donghua is that the protagonist can change his sad past and make the best of his time at school, making new choices, and perhaps becoming a hero. This donghua was released on April 16, 2024, and has a complete season with 16 episodes. Position 1. Slay the Gods. Guys, this donghua is too good. You have to watch it. His soundtrack is good. The animation is beautiful. This donghua is very crazy. For many people, this is the best donghua released in 2024. Basically, the protagonist gained a power of one angel, and he has in his head or spiritual sea, a hospital where he can treat gods and get their powers. The protagonist takes care of a very beautiful goddess and takes her powers. I won't say much about this donghua so as to not ruin your experience. Just watch this donghua, which is very good. This donghua, it was launched on July 31st, 2024, and the first season is already finished with 15 episodes. Guys, if you liked this video, leave a like on the video and comment in the comments your opinion about these donghuas in the video, if they are good or if you find others better. If by chance you want a channel focused only on Chinese anime, where you can find good donghua's recommendation list videos for you to watch, subscribe to this channel and activate the bell for all notifications so you can receive new videos what to launch on this channel. Guys, I'm Wang Lin, creator of the donghua Recommendations channel. Stay with God and see you in the next video. Bye.
It's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's 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 gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness.